Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to spend a little time with me on the video. Appreciate that. And guys, today we're going to be talking about the best knots you can tie for your fishing lures. The YouTube is full of knot videos, but I've got one here today that I think is going to cut through a lot of the confusion and misinformation and misunderstanding of knots and tell you what the best knot is for your fishing lures in today's video. Also guys, if you're interested in knot tying, you need fishing line, and Tackle Warehouse guys has got some really cool sales on everything on the website right now, including the fishing line. It's like the more you buy, the more you save, bigger discounts for more products that you order. So I'll put my Tackle Warehouse link in the description if you guys would like to stock up on some baits and line. Using that link's a good way to support the channel. I really appreciate that. Okay guys, we've done quite a few knot videos in the past here, and there's a ton of knot videos out there. I think that fishing knot videos in YouTube is about second to a fluke video or chatterbait video to the videos you see the most out there. But here it is guys, here is simply the best knot that you can tie. The best knot that you can tie is the one that you can tie the quickest and efficiently. And here's what I'm saying with that. It's like, I don't care what knots you tie. If you went through the knot book and went through every single knot in there, yeah, one of them is going to have a little bit more breaking strength or a little bit less breaking strength. But ultimately, guys, that's not the important thing. The most important thing in a knot is that you retie often, because it's not the knot that fails. This is a big misunderstanding in fishing. When you break your line, rarely it is the knot. Occasionally, but rarely. Most of the time it's due to some type of a fray above your knot. Now that fray can be anywhere between just centimeters above the knot to a few inches to a few feet, based upon if you've rubbed against some object that you may or may not be aware of. And that is what causes you break-offs more than anything else. So here's the reason I say this, is the best knot is the one you can tie the quickest, is that if you retie often, your chance, even if your knot that you're tying is not the best knot as far as the strength on the knot goes, you're going to be far ahead of everybody else, simply because you're eliminating that fray or that abrasion on your line. Because it doesn't take, your line doesn't have to be shredded to break. It's like if you take the line and you rub it between your lips or your fingertips, and you can feel anything on there except it being really smooth, there's some type of abrasion to that line, and you don't know if it's been kinked or pinched or scraped against something. And if you have a knot that takes you a long time to tie, you're going to be more lazy. You're a lot less apt to tie it. Because say for example, you get out there, you're in the boat and you got 2 or 3 foot waves and you're rocking around the boat and the wind's blowing 30 miles an hour, and maybe you're like me and you're over 40 years old and you can't see, so you got to have reading glasses to tie a knot. So a lot of times you just say, well, it's okay for now, and then you wind up breaking off. But if you've got a knot that you can tie super fast and super quick, there's 2 out there that you can tie the quickest. One is the clinch knot, the other is the Palomar knot. You know, I've done videos on both of them, just look back in my fishing line playlist. But the clinch knot and the Palomar knot are the 2 quickest knots that I can tie them in a matter of seconds, even if the boat's rocking. So that is the knots you need to tie, the ones that you can tie the fast. And that's another reason, guys, that I'm totally against the whole braid to fluorocarbon, thing, propaganda that's been pushed on a lot of people out there, is the fact that when you're using braid to fluorocarbon, it discourages people to retie. I've seen it. I've seen people, co-anglers and people I take on my on-the-water lessons that use braid to fluorocarbon, they don't retie near as much because they have to retie 2 different knots. They don't want to have to mess with it. So anyway, guys, my advice, if you want the best knot and you want to avoid breaking off, because that's what it's all about. That's, tying a good knot is all about not breaking off. If you want to reduce the times that you break off on a hook set or when a fish is pulling you, learn to tie a clinch knot, learn to tie a Palomar knot, learn to get really fast at it. And when you get good enough at it, like with a Palomar knot, guys, you can tie a Palomar knot with your eyes closed once you get good at it, and you can do it super fast. You don't have to be messing with all that, foo-foo, FG knots and all these high-tech knots that take freaking 10 minutes to tie, and you got to have them wetted perfect and just the right amount of pressure and all this. You don't need it. All you have to do is make sure your line's not frayed, tie a quick knot, and you're going to avoid so many problems just by doing that. So anyway, I hope it helps, guys. We'll talk later.